tuned in. In today's video, I'm gonna be talking about how to know you're being used by a fake person. All right, and I'm gonna be using numerous means of explanation, some are life experiences, and a lot of them are just thoughts. Okay, because a lot of the time I go into the plane of thoughts, and I'm just unconsciously sometimes I'm just thinking, and I'm thinking of situations that occurred with me and certain people over the years, over months. I'm like, wait, hold on, yeah, that really makes sense to align with that attributes to this type of energy. It just be like that sometimes. Sometimes it's your higher self that's reminding you of this. But anyway, going further, you need to realize that, I mean, obviously you should know, not everybody around you has your best interests at heart, but you must understand this thing, right? Now, anytime you're in a relationship with a certain individual, you need to pay attention to first things first, right? What these people do when you are not, pay attention to what they do when you're not around you. Okay, now what they do in your absence is the true persona and the true personality and character of this individual. So you have to learn how to be the laws of power, 48 laws of power by Robert Greene. It says conceal your intentions. So even if you might notice that an individual can be shady, or the case may be, sometimes it's actually good you just play along and watch. All right, but here's the thing, right? And it's not good where we play along to the point whereby we play ourselves. Okay, because you need to know when to strike. You need to actually know when to spiritually protect yourself, because we're powerful spirits, and as a powerful spirit, you need to have the mentality on using your intuition to actually see bullshit from a mile away. But then sometimes you have to maybe understand why things are going that direction, why this certain individual is trying to do that type of thing, before you really understand how to react and respond about it. Okay, because here's the thing, life is a lesson, so we learn from everything, different encounters. But anyways, going further, how to know if someone is using you. Now, this can come off in numerous reasons. There are so many type of relationships that can be established between two individuals that can create a parasitic form of relationship or vampirism. And this often starts because one individual might have, or maybe, is energetically, or as the case may be, it really has to deal a lot with energy. Maybe one individual has energy or resources or information, more than another individual, and then the other person now tries to come in and use instead of using direct means, they now try to use manipulative means. Now, here are numerous forms of how you can understand this manipulation. Now, for example, let's say you are a musician and you have a manager, for example, now, or something, or you are an artist, or you sing. Those are three of the same things. Let's say you are an actor, or you're a footballer, you're a sports person, you're even an entertainer, and you have a manager. Now, you must understand something. A lot of you all don't even understand that these managers are seriously manipulating you on a heavy level, especially those of you who, don't even, are not responsible for the creation of your own, your career, as the case may be. So this is what you must understand, right? Some of these individuals, they know how to play emotional games, and they use this very well. Now, this can come off as, first things first, right? In the first stages of your relationship, these individuals would shower you with a lot of egoism and praise. This is the thing, they give you enough love, more than the love that you can give yourself. But understand what is happening here. What exactly is happening here is this. Now, you must understand that an individual with self-love, with genuine self-love, this is why it's important to be on your purpose and know who you are and what you're meant to do every second of the day, so that you can always take yourself out of any situation that you don't want to be in. Now, an individual with purpose can never be, would 9 times out of 10 or more times than none be able to evade from such situations, because purpose is what connects your soul to this reality. So it really makes it easy for your soul to take you out of situations, as opposed to an individual who may not be connected with their soul, and as the case may be. So being disconnected will kind of create a lot of it's not like you can't have things go your way good, but you have to put a lot of work and effort into having that happen. So you have people coming into your reality, and they use emotional manipulation situations. For example, now let's say in a musician situation, in a music manager relationship, it will be a manager, now a situation whereby your manager tries to make you not to use your left brain, then they want to be the left brain totally. Now they don't want you to think for yourself, they don't want you to think for your art, all right, and they want to think for you, right? But then you just create, you understand? But this is the thing, right? A lot of people, and you've heard a lot of musicians, Prince, Michael Jackson, I could go on and on. A lot of these big musicians, they end up getting their manager or management ends up fucking them over, and they just start to fight with the world, because that's, you need to understand, stop allowing people to use illusions and emotional things to put to take control over your life. You must understand something. No one can really take control over you or your emotions, not unless you freely give them that will. So this is what I did. Now this brings me back to now this type of parasitic relationships, and this is how they are foundationally built. They always have the same type of scenario. In the beginning, it is showers of ego and praise, because you must understand, as humans, we have our ego as defense mechanism. So the reason you have your ego is to be able to block out or not allow certain people to be able to have access to your spiritual side. So certain things that can make people to now break that ego wall is when you start to have an emotional affection towards them, or you depend on them for something. In the music manager artist relationship, it will be now you depend on this manager because you know that this person has keys. Oftentimes they have keys. Oftentimes these guys are in managers are often they know everything. So it's like they come and they know, oftentimes more than none. A lot of your artists don't even know that you all are angels, and a lot of these your managers are people who understand that you all are that. So but they will never tell you. But they do this thing of, now this is what I'm saying. They do this thing of this, right? Having you, right, use your free will to set intentions, right, that are not in your own best interest, but then they would always create a facade or an image as if it is in your best interest. All right, but guess what? You 9 times out of 10 will actually be most likely want to believe in that type of thing, because it's just the illusion that they placed in your front. It often comes like a bait. For example, you want to fish, right? You need to put worm right in the hook and put it in the water, and the fish is attracted to the hook but doesn't see the worm. It's the same type of thing. So what happens here is this: they use, maybe for example, the first 2 weeks, 3 weeks, it just depends. Some people it's even 2 days. It just depends on your level of simp. And simp don't even know, same deal with any type of relationship. You get the idea. It's just you being blind to actually see psychological things that are going on. So they give you all this emotional love, right? But this is what happens: they give you so much of it that you forget to love yourself, because that love they're giving you so much, but it's actually artificial, right? It's so fake that it's felt so real. But guess what happens? And that gets to a point whereby you're now used to it, right? And now you kind of are attached to the fact that they give you that love constantly. And now next thing you know, you can't really exactly leave, because there's a part of your ego that this person feeds that you like. It really be like that. You need to understand the ego. If you really allow people to be feeding your ego without you trying to ground yourself and humble yourself, it's really like just having a bucket of water and allowing people pour a cup and allowing people pour water inside. It gets to a point where that cup gets full. So you actually need to put your own ego in check. All right. Now, another way this can happen is through a relationship. Maybe, for example, you're dating a woman here, you're dating a certain guy, for example. Now, this guy can, kind of, start to, tell you some type of things, about your future or whatever, or your guy, you're dating a certain girl, and this girl can tell you, shower you with so much praise that she might not necessarily need. Sometimes you need to be careful of a lot of people in this world, like, especially at seasons like now. It might just be a situation whereby, and don't quote me for it, all right, because it could be good, it could be bad, but get it, right? I'm just trying to make you to think. It could be a situation whereby this person now does one thing, right? This person gives you a lot of attention until you start to give that person your attention. Now, this is where it's bad. Now, I made a video about the Neptunian illusion to make you understand something. Now, where focus goes, energy flows, and results show. So if now this person has succeeded in making you to now, they've given you so much love that you've forgotten even how to love yourself. It does happen. This is not a joke. When that has happened, right, now what happens is this: your imagination is wrapped around this individual. So now you start to think about this individual a lot. Now you must understand, time is a very valuable currency, more valuable than money, right? So time and energy are the 2 top valuable currencies. So these are what's happening now. You're thinking about this person, you're giving them your time, and now you're putting in the effort to think about this person. That's your energy. Where focus goes, energy flows. So now the focus, this is your time and energy. So now these people sometimes might do a type of situation whereby, let me say, the way they text you or the way they communicate to you, in the beginning they could be giving you, oh, look at this white butterfly, oh my god, damn, brother, I'm sorry, I need focus. God damn, man. All right, they can be giving you a lot of attention, and all of a sudden they seize it, right, and start to give you bits by bits by bits, all right, because what they do is this is a manipulative strategy to give you bits, right, because they know that they spent a lot of time giving you a lot, right? And they know enough that you're now, you know, maybe for example, before you used to chat few messages, or before maybe you and your manager, as the case maybe, used to meet few times, but now they start to make you want to meet up every day for some shit, bro. That's some energy vampirism type shit right there. And the aim of that whole shit is to put you in a situation whereby now you're kind of like begging for the attention because that was what was given to you. But guess what? It's no relationship is ever meant to be like that. Okay, no business, sexual, partnership, whatever type of business is always meant to be a two-way thing. All right, you feel me? So when, you know, I don't believe a relationship is meant to be better when one person loves the other person more than the other, because I think both people are meant to be catalysts for each other's spiritual progress and growth. Right, you feel me? But overall, the more you're imagining these individuals, you know, shape or thoughts or this individual, now what you're doing is this: you must look at yourself. A lot of you watching my videos, a lot of you don't even understand how powerful you are. You just look at yourself as that powerful light spirit, light being that you are. Now, just by you thinking about this person and feeling this person's safety, for example, let's say this is your manager, so you're like, oh my god, this person is really holding the keys to my career and my life. So you start to think about protection and safety. You don't even understand the power of your visualization. A lot of you here don't know, right? Don't know that just by you thinking about a certain person, the amount of time that you spend thinking about this type of person is giving that person juice, bro. Right? It's giving that person energy. And then you need to be careful what type of thoughts. If it's beautiful thoughts, that's beautiful. But if it's thoughts that involve you trying to receive love from this person because you never, you know, the love this person gave you was not like anything you've ever given yourself, that is a trap right there. And you hear my voice, you need to understand this shit is real. All right? Because I'm gonna be straight up with you, bro. There's a lot of spiritual attacks going on around us everywhere. Pay attention. All right? Pay attention. This is Pisces season, right, that we're just entering now. So there's a lot of blind belief spaceships that are like being, you know, ignited. What I mean is this: in as much as, you know, it's love season and, you know, twin flames are rekindling and all that type of stuff, there is also, you know, it's simply because of the belief, right? So that belief also works in a polarity. The counter polarity of it is that people are blind to certain things, right? So you must open your eyes and see. Okay, so whatever you're imagining, that is what they do. Look at the psychological, the psyop that these individuals operate off of. Okay, oftentimes some of these individuals are like, you need to be careful as to make sure you're not having a relationship, you know, or a partnership with an individual that is not spiritually aware, because 9 times out of 10, if you are a spiritually aware individual, you know, these individuals will be unconsciously used against their own will to actually, you know, say things to make you to lose your energy off, bro. I could go on and on about what I'm talking about right now, but I even think I'm about to put this video to a pause. All right, so this is my point. You need to be careful of whatever it is you're paying and focusing your attention to. All right, if it is not reciprocating the energy, you need to understand that it's not worth it. The best love that exists in this life is love of self. If you don't know how to put yourself by default in love of self, something is wrong. Okay? So, like I said, and I'll say again, it is impossible for someone to just come and make you feel like that, you know, that the love that they will give you is always going to be better than the love. No! What's meant to happen is this, right? You're meant to love yourself so much that this person sees the love in you and they have no choice but to respect it. Love is a magnetic force that doesn't need you to tell somebody, oh, I love you, oh, I care about you. No, just by the actions alone, actions speak louder than words. You know that, right? Just by the actions of love alone, what happens is this person starts to respect you. For example, I love myself so much, it's evident. You can see I'm shining, bro. I care about me like so, and that this is because I've been through shit in the past. This is because I've been through hell, all right, in different type of relationship, both with business relationship, both with, you know, partnership type relationships. I was meant to experience this type of things, all right, because experience is the best teacher, and that's how we don't fall into certain type of things, or that's how we know how to, do better, you know, or learn our mistakes and, you know, do better next time in certain type of situations that present themselves. You know, so I've been through all of that shit and I learned it the hard way. All right, you feel me? I've been through a hell of manipulative situations and relationships just simply because, nigga, you pure, I'm a pure boy, bro. Like I like the love. All right, you feel me? But the moment, I'm a very intuitive person. The moment, like in a maybe partnership or a business relationship, I start to notice that there is a someone is trying to pull strings. All right, you can notice, for example, now a lot of this is common amongst psychics, people that are psychic, what happens is this, right? Especially some of your guys who are, or some of my beautiful females who are in relationships with people that, you know, your flesh is attracted to, but you know that your mind is not in the same place with this person. Now you can come and notice something, that when you guys have established that emotional relationship, right, there can be a situation whereby you just be on your own right now, and the next thing you know, you can't even think about a thought that is your own. All you start to think about is how this person, you only start to think about this person's feeling, and it's like a burden. Yeah, what happened there is something you call enmeshment, and it's as a result of you falling for that fake love that was keep being showered on you. Is a strategy. This is how angels fall this way, bro. All right, so it's called an enmeshment, and then so it gets to the point whereby you and this individual, your soul literally becomes one, right? And you kind of notice, for example, maybe in a relationship, you start talking to someone, and the person used to maybe give you a lot of respect before, then maybe because you are the person bringing more value, as the case may be, then it gets to the point whereby you start to maybe, just choose to engage, right? But you come to notice that over time, the respect goes. Then this person starts to feel like you and this person have the same type of information or are the same, and you start to see it psychologically, oracally. If you're an empath, you just feel it without even words being said, and then just be on your own, you can start to feel feelings of this person in your mind. Like you start to feel feeling. So like you need to be a powerful spirit and ask yourself, what the fuck is going on? Ask yourself, what's happening? Why am I feeling how I'm feeling? What is pulling me? What is pulling my emotions to feel some type of way? All right, that right there, that is a spiritual attack. All right, and don't even look at it like, oh, entities. It is just someone else, right, that has put your emotions in a certain place, maybe due to their state of awareness, or maybe the intent they have. First of all, put you in an emotional box by breaking the walls of your ego. And then when they've gotten into emotional space now, because you either care about them or you attach something that is meant to be of value to your reality to them, so which makes you constantly visualize and imagine them, so they've become part of your emotional space, right? So now this person can just start feeling or thinking about you right now, and then you start to feel this thing. Bro, I've been there, shit happening to me. So I'm just trying to let y'all know. So this isn't something to fear, right? This is just a psyop. It is a psychological manipulative tactic that has been working for so long. All right, but here's the thing. All right, I'm not trying to be against, I'm not trying to, give you a bad view to see people that you have partnerships or business relationships, as the case may be, with. I'm just trying to let you to see things with, more logic. Because at times like that we are now, this is blind season. It's crazy, but my mom called me this morning. Aren't you going to wish me Valentine's Day? I was like, oh. Oh, it was really that. It was just because I didn't want to say nothing. And she was like, "So what are you gonna say?" I'm like, okay. I'm gonna come over the house. Bro. I don't want to come back, bro. So, right, the whole world is lost in this Valentine's Day shit. All right, you feel me? But shit, don't get it twisted. This is love season. You're meant to. This is actually love boat season. Actually, you feel me? For real. All right, you feel me? So that energy is in the atmosphere, without doubt. It's just that how it's going to work out is going to be very good for certain people, like very, very good. And for some people, it might be very, very bad, because they might just start to believe their current situation without actually applying logic, or believe a certain psychological operation. It's because this, this must understand how we are being influenced, right? Based upon the atmosphere. I used to say something that every January, February, right, I always find myself being in the form of entanglement, emotional entanglement. It's not a bad thing, it's a beautiful thing, right? See, look, but I actually love it. Anytime it happens, I love it, because it's always experience and it teaches me. I love it, bro, for real. But every January, February, right, that's the period of a lot of, emotional, even you might be saying, I don't want to be in a relationship, bro. You might just land in one, but it's meant to be for an experiential reason, right? Your soul most likely agree to actually meet this other individual in some cases if it's a good relationship. Sometimes it actually ends up as a bad relationship, but with a good intent that your higher self knows, to serve as a catalyst for you to actually probably prepare for the cycle that starts with because Pisces is always the 12th. So whenever the sun is in Pisces, we always use Valentine's energy. But the moment March 21st enters, and then we enter into Aries, it's new beginnings. So it might be a catalyst to create new beginnings in people's realities. How you feel me? But overall, my people, Understand something. You don't want to be caught in the negative sides of how you use your emotional energy. You need to be careful with who you allow yourself to be concerned about. Okay, a lot of you need to protect your energy every day. I'm doing this every day. This is why I say something. Stay mysterious. You don't need to be all predictive. You know, you don't need to feel like you're, like somebody, oh, this is my world. If I don't have you in my life, I won't breathe. If I don't have you, my music won't sell. If I don't have you, my business won't move. Listen, everything you want, you can achieve it if you imagine it. My life is just like a mirror. Anything I want, bro, all I do is cleanse myself from certain thought forms. I cleanse myself from certain relationships or certain conversations with people or certain type of energies I allow, because I understand something, right? On an esoteric level, I'm a body of water, right? I'm a soul being, a body of water. So what happens is this, right? I don't want to pour ink in my water, or as the case may be, I don't want to pour, fluoride water in my alkaline water, and that's synonymous for saying I don't want a consciously aware, field of energy to be an influence in my type of energy that I'm purifying, because nigga, I don't trust nobody like that, unless I'm seeing you actually doing things behind closed doors that show that, you're really about that life. So sometimes you actually need to actually be patient and watch people. All right, you need to, because bro, not everybody is out here for your good, your benefit or something, bro. Some people is just attracted to you off of the energy they see that you have. Okay, get it right? And I'm talking to both genders. Okay, don't get it twisted. If I'm saying bro, it's just me. I'm talking to my phone. Okay, so some people are attracted to you both of the energy you have, right? And they would it's normal, it's life. Don't get it twisted, this is life, okay? But people will be attracted of the energy you have. Now, some will want to possessively have it, observe it, use it, play around with it, control it, and then when it's no longer exciting, they dispose it. All right, and then next thing you know, your energy drained. This is why you have to protect your energy. Bro, listen. I'm speaking from years of experience. All right, you feel me? So a lot of people are like that, and they often come with showing you all the love in the beginning that life is, bro. You feel me? All right. Okay, but with all this being said, don't get yourself put in the wrong pedestal of this energy, because these are the times that we're in now. All right, you feel me? Remember, you're a powerful manifesto. Your visions, your visualizations, the things you visualize in your mind when you're bored, or when you're just in floating mode, when you're just wandering in your thoughts. Sometimes catch your thoughts, sometimes I'll be wondering, because I believe this thing is all about consciousness. It's like sometimes we do certain actions that drop our consciousness to actually be able to see and be aware of things that we were aware of before that were actually fucking us up. So this is why it's important to actually put yourself on a mental, just sometimes fast, sometimes actually just put yourself, cleanse your environment, sometimes fast, for real, just to put your frequency up. Sometimes you need to really fucking fast, so you can see some of these things intuitively, you feel me? But anyways, experience is the best teacher. So I don't believe that anything I say right now will actually I don't believe anything I say right now should be what should make you say, oh, because of this I don't want to be in a relationship. Relationships are very beautiful. Relationships have changed my life in many ways. I am grateful to the universe for bringing the people that the universe, have brought into my life time after time, for me to share, a relationship, right, with, all right, because we serve as catalysts to move each other to different planes of, mental or emotional states of being. That's the point of the whole thing. But you need to be careful to make sure that it is reciprocal, especially if you're on a spiritual path. If you're on a spiritual path, you'll be getting attacked. Normally, this is why you need to wake up and be disciplined. What do you do when you wake up in the morning? You think like because you see I post on YouTube or something, I wake up every day and I'm, oh, okay, it's just YouTube, my life is good. Bro, no, listen. If the first 7 hours of my day, I have to use those first 7 hours for myself. You can't call me and take my time. I will not give it to you. You can't. So if I'm up about 6 a.m., right? Then you're not talking to me to 1 a.m., to 1 p.m. If I'm up by 9, you probably won't talk to me till evening. Because, bro, I need to do my routine, because that is how I tune my musical instrument to be in attunement with reality so I don't fall off course. Remember, reality works in spectrums. The spectrums of reality are the spectrums of the 7 elements: earth, water, fire, air, sound, light, ether. When we're talking about sound, light, and ether, this deals a lot with, these are very powerful on the psychic level. So you imagining people, listen, sound, light, and ether, which are the lightest densities, carry more intelligence. So the things that you speak more about, aka sound, you visualize more about or think, and you think about or visualize more about light, and you think more about thoughts. These 3 lighter densities of the spectrum of this reality, tune them the right way. So what are you talking about? Who are you talking to? How long are you talking to this person? This is some real shit, right? You need to be careful of how long sometimes you talk to people and what is the intent. I'm not saying it's bad, bro. I've actually spoken to some females on the phone for like 5 hours before, bro. It's just, energy is nice. I fuck with your energy, baby. You feel me? But you watch, be careful, because, bro, I'm gonna be real with you. After doing it, bro, the next day, the next 2 days, at that same time that day and the next 2 days, I felt like I need to talk to this person again. Why? That's because we tend to be addicted. It's human nature. We tend to be addicted to things that make us feel good. This is why discipline is important. This is why you need to wake up in the morning and put yourself in attunement. The lights, the visualization one, you need to make sure everything the visualization. For example, you're thinking about, maybe if you're an artist, you're a manager, you're thinking about when you're driving your car and all these females come, or you're in a relationship with someone, you're thinking about fantasies of maybe when you guys were having some sex and it was mad, or when you guys went somewhere and it was, visualization. What you're doing is now, so inside the light side of this spectrum of life that you're tuning it with that. So that's what you're seeing. That's what you're speaking about, and that's what you're thinking about. So why don't you think that your emotions will start to be about that when that's all the food you're eating? It's called spirit eating. You eat spiritually with those spectrums. All right? Tune your vehicle and stay sharp. I feel my people, but most of all, remember, love is a very powerful thing. All right? It's just that it's a two-edged sword. All right? So you need to actually understand the science of energy and values first. Then you'll be able to truly see when some shit is happening and this is what I compromise about because I'm meant to learn something from this, or some shit is happening. How did you get that? Or some shit is happening and then you're like, this some shit I need to get my ass out of. What is being said, man, stay highly vibrational as usual. Stay multidimensional as always. Keep your energy pure, family. Right? Love yourself. All right? Because that's where your spirit will talk to you, bro. If you're worrying about someone that isn't even, if you're worrying about the love someone else gives you, your higher self would go on a vacation until you vibrate at the frequency back to actually have self-love. Because that whole thing like, oh, I'm dying for a person, I'm in love with you, that's a fucking illusion, bro. Right? There is something you have that attracts this other person, and you need to know it. That's what you call knowing your value. Don't just think it's all random. So when you know your value, know this person's value, then know what, you know the value that you all bring to each other. And sometimes, use that to ground yourself, or as a foundational basis on how to ground yourself in your relationship. And then I think, bro, if shit hit the fan, y'all know, okay, this is the value. So y'all gonna be like, all right, listen, we shouldn't be doing this because of this, because you already have that understanding. But anyways, man, take it, stay highly vibrational, stay multidimensional. How you feel? This video is too damn long. I'm out of here, man. Peace.
Right now we aim to bring our world together. We don't need no government to tell us to. Cause